The world's greatest comic magazine, The Fantastic Four. What happens to comic magazine heroes when they can't pay their bills and have no place to turn? Don't miss the newest and most original tale of all, the end of the Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four evicted from building, 5 tower floors for rent. Heroes 1 minute, bums the next. How did it happen to us? Little do they dream that they will soon be at the mercy of the Submariner. In a hidden chamber, far under the sea, Prince Namor, the amazing Submariner, tunes into a TV newscast from the surface world and hears a startling announcement. Bulletin! The world-famous Fantastic Four are bankrupt. They have announced plans to dissolve their partnership and sell all their possessions in order to pay their debts. What's that? Script: Stan Lee. Art: Jack Kirby. Inking: Dick Ayers. Lettering: Art Simek. The end of the Fantastic Four. The Fantastic Four are about to split up, eh? Now isn't that mighty interesting? So they're penniless, are they? Well, this may just be the opportunity I've been waiting for. Meanwhile, at the headquarters of the Fantastic Four. Where's the rent you owe me for this month? You still owe $1,000 for the electronic work we did on your Fantasticar. Now take it easy, all of you. I promise you'll all get paid. Just have a little patience. We want our money. Just give us a little time. We have a lot of equipment to sell in order to raise the money. Come back in a few days. All right, we'll give you a few days, but don't try to welch on your debts. You know it won't be easy for 4 characters like you to hide from the bill collectors. Mister, you can say that again. Reed, don't take it so hard. It's all my fault, Sue. If only I hadn't bought those stocks with all our money. Then when the stock market went down, we lost it all. Heck, Reed, we can make more dough, can't we? There must be some way I can cash in on this fiery body of mine. And me. My powers of invisibility must be worth some money to someone. What about my strength? You mean to tell me a guy who can twist iron pipes can't make a buck easy as pie? I appreciate your support, but it's not that simple. I'm not going to let you rent yourselves out to a freak show, and the only other way to cash in on our supernatural powers is through crime, which would be unthinkable. Oh yeah? Well, I might give it a thought. No. The only way to get the money we need to pay our bills is to disband and sell the skyscraper building of ours, along with all our equipment. Hey, look at those guys! They're starting to dismantle our pogo plane. All right, boys, take her apart. We'll crate her out of here in pieces. Let go of my plane, you crumbs! I ought to pulverize you for that. Thing, knock it off! I sold the plane to them. I had to. We're getting a good price for it. No price is good enough for all the work we put into designing that ship. I know how you feel, Thing, but we've got to sell the plane. And everything else, too. Okay. I'm cooled off now. Just leave me alone. That's all. Leave me alone. I never thought I'd see the day when we'd lose all of Reed's wonderful inventions. Some rotten manager you were, Rubber Man. You made a fortune by selling patents on all your inventions. Enough dough to keep us going for years. But you had to be a big shot and invest it all in stocks, you lunkhead. Take it easy, Thing. You can ride a man just so far, and he'll finally break. I'm warning you. Bah! Maybe it's better this way. Those 3 do-gooders were beginning to cramp my style. I could probably make out better on my own. Taxi! Hey! Taxi! Say, you're the Thing, ain't you? Sorry, pal. You ain't riding this cab. I heard how the four of you are flat broke. I don't want to be hung up for no taxi bill. So, you don't want me for a passenger, eh? Well, I'm through taking guff from creeps like you. Hey, let me down. No, stop. Help. Sure, I'll let you down. And next time, don't be such a careless driver. Now I'll just get me a cab in my own way. A second later, the still impressive Fantastic Four flare signal rises above the rooftops of Manhattan. And in answer to the dramatic signal, a section of the famous Fantastic car silently descends near the Thing. Glad to see you, Junior. Glad you guys didn't sell that car yet. I need a lift. Thing? If I knew it was you. Later, the Thing sinks into a chair in the apartment of his blind friend, Alicia, daughter of the strange puppet master. See Fantastic Four number 8. And that's the story, Alicia. A Fantastic Four flat broke. Can't even pay our bills. So we gotta split up. Oh, how awful. But I'm sure everything will be alright. Don't worry. See? Here is a puppet doll I made for you. It is a white knight. A doll? Great. Just what I need. Do not be bitter, my dear friend. Even though I cannot see you, I know you are just like my white knight. You are good and kind, and you will never desert your friends when they need you most. It's a funny thing, kid. Despite your blindness, you see things much better than I do. You make me feel ashamed of myself. And just across town. If only we could be like the superheroes in some of these comic magazines, Sue. They never seem to worry about money. Life is a breeze for them. Oh, Reed, I can't bear to see you torture yourself this way. It just isn't right for us to break up. There must be some way we can make a fortune fast. Johnny doesn't understand that it takes money to run an outfit like ours. There's the upkeep on our planes, equipment, electronic devices. Say, what is this telegram? Never mind my tip torch. I figure you guys need the dough more than me. It's like a miracle. An offer from SM Studios in Hollywood. $1 million cash to us if we'll star in a movie. Oh, Reed, that's great. But what about the Thing? You know how he feels about making a spectacle of himself. He hates to have people stare at him. You ain't just flapping your lips, mister. But I just found out I'm a white knight, and us white knights don't desert their companions in arms. I'm with you, gang. I don't know what you're talking about, but welcome back, partner. Watch it, you big ape. You're even more dangerous when you're being friendly. It's agreed, then. We stay together and go to Hollywood to make the picture. And the $1 million we receive will pay all our bills and give us a fresh start. But next time, I'll handle the money. Yay! It's just like old times again. There's just one little detail. How do we get to Hollywood? That's right. We're broke, and it's expensive to travel cross-country. I guess there's only one thing to do. I'll stay out of sight back here so I don't scare anyone away. Someone will stop sooner or later. Don't be embarrassed. We'll all laugh about this one day. I hope so. A few days, and many weary miles later, at the newly formed SM Studios in Hollywood, California. So this is Hollywood. Isn't it thrilling? This ain't so bad. Some of those jokers are almost as funny looking as me. Part 2. Submariner gives the orders. Gosh, with all the celebrities around here, nobody's even noticing us. Let's be glad they aren't. Next thing for us to do is find out where we're supposed to report to. Say, Curly, where's the head office of this joint? Right behind you. What's wrong, Jack? You look like you've seen a ghost. Ghost? I'll settle for a ghost any day. What I want to know is, what was that? Follow me, Wonder Boy. The head office is over there. We're the Fantastic Four. We were asked to report here for a movie. Naturally. Please step inside. Wow. If the receptionists look like that, I can't wait to see the stars. That must be the producer over there. I'll tap him on the shoulder. Man, what a layout. I'll flame on to make an impression on him. Call this an office? It's more like a football field. But the producer continues to stare out of the window, as though unaware of the entrance of the Fantastic Four, until... Excuse me, but I think you were expecting us. And then, slowly, calmly, he turns, and... Look! Holy cow! You! It's the Submariner! At your service. You need not look so surprised. My offer of $1 million was genuine enough. You see, all the wealth of the sea is mine. For years, I have collected treasure from wreck-sunken ships, pirate galleons, and others carrying all sorts of priceless cargo. Ages ago, my ancestors witnessed the burying of countless hoards of stolen treasure, and each generation of undersea people handed the locations down to each following generation. So out of boredom, I bought this studio and decided to film a movie about my former arch foes. Now here is part payment of the sum I promised you. The money looks genuine enough, and we're not in a position to be too particular about who we work for. He's so masterful, so confident. This whole thing still smells fishy to me, but I sure like the feel of these greenbacks in my mitt. A short time later, Namor said we were to report for work Monday, which gives us time to make ourselves look a bit more presentable. First thing I'm doing with my dough is buying a snazzy sports car. And so, thanks for the lift, handsome, but why won't you tell us your name? Are you an actor? You must be, with a car like this. Wait till we get out in the country, and I'll show you what this baby can do. Careful! The road is unpaved up ahead. Don't let that worry you. I'll pave it for you in a flash. Nothing like a fireball to fuse the ground and make it smooth. You're even more famous than a star. You're the Human Torch. In person, lady. Now I'll take you two back so you can impress all your friends when you see 'em. But while the Torch goes Hollywood, the Thing tries to get a little rest on Muscle Beach. Hey! Watch where you're walking, Lambrain. Look at those creeps showing off. That gives me an idea how to get some peace and quiet around here. So you like lifting weights, eh? Well, let's see you try to top this, you muscle-bound goons. Meanwhile, at a fashionable Hollywood nightclub, Sue Storm dines with the man who holds a strange fascination for her. A penny for your thoughts, Sue? I was thinking about you, Namor. You've been so kind to us, so generous. I was wondering why. I'll give you your answer after the picture is finished, Sue. We start the filming soon. And not long afterward, a sleek schooner sails to a rarely visited section of the foggy Mediterranean. Land ho! It is Hidden Isle, just where Prince Namor said it would be. Hidden Isle has been unknown for centuries. I discovered it recently on my travels. It is there we shall film the first scenes of my picture, the scene starring Mr. Fantastic. What about my script? You won't need a script. Your role calls for you to battle a giant mechanical figure of Cyclops on that island. Just do what comes naturally. We'll photograph you from the ship with telescopic lenses. Sounds simple enough. No need to launch a boat for me. I'll reach the island my own way. Minutes later. No sign of the mechanical Cyclops yet. Wonder what it looks like. Must be a big, shaggy monster, like the one used in the old-time movie King Kong. The fool fell for it. Wait till he learns that Cyclops isn't mechanical. It's the real Cyclops, who won't allow any human to leave his isle alive. Now to return home. We're finished here. After all these centuries, a human intruder. Cyclops, you're alive. Of course I live. I am immortal. But you, lowly human, are not. Submariner tricked me. I've blundered into a trap. Part 3. The Fury of Mr. Fantastic. Namor ordered me to keep you prisoner on this isle, but I have no use for prisoners. No time to dodge. Seconds later, after the dust has cleared. One thing Namor forgot to tell you. The reason they call me Mr. Fantastic. Run, puny human! Run till you drop. There is no escape from Hidden Isle. Sooner or later I shall crush you. Well, don't just stand there. If you're gonna throw that thing, then throw it. Those will be the last words you'll ever utter. I hoped you'd do that. And now, it's my turn. The fantastic body of Reed Richards absorbs the boulder's impact, and then hurls it back towards the astonished giant. You are more than human, but still no match for Cyclops. My strength is too great. Nothing you can do will stop me. The dinosaurs were strong too, but look what happened to them. That takes care of him. By the time he can climb out of that pit, I'll be halfway to Hollywood. I've got a score to settle with Submariner now. And what of Prince Namor? We now find him flying high above the dense African jungle with Johnny Storm. Your scene is next, Torch. We shall photograph it from the copter with long-distance cameras while you perform below. Remember, you will pretend to fight the natives in the village below. Make the battle seem realistic. It sounds too easy. How can a bunch of savages give me any competition? You'll find out when you land. Now jump! It still seems kooky to me. Why would he want to produce a movie with no script? Oh well, I shouldn't worry. Hope he gets some good pictures from up there. Do not move! You are our prisoner. The natives. They'll jump out of their skins when they see me in flame. Ha! I forgot to tell that fool teenager one little detail. Those natives have a magic potion which makes them immune to fire. I can return to Hollywood now. The torch will never escape them. Flame on! I don't understand. They don't seem the least bit odd. You waste your time. Flame means nothing to us. Seize him! Part 4. The Flame of Battle. I'd better take to the air while I think this out. I've heard of a strange tribe which is immune to fire. They must be that tribe. Why didn't Submariner warn me? And where is his chopper? Why isn't he filming this? Follow him from the ground. Prince Namor said that his flame dies down sooner or later. Then he will be our prisoner. Finally. It was a plot. Submariner wanted me to be trapped by the natives. Gotta fall to Earth now. Flame's dying out. Can't fly any longer. Seize him! He is helpless. It is as the mighty Submariner said. He will be our captive. Namor must have ordered them to imprison me. But why? What's behind it all? I've got to find out. Now prepare the magic potion. Let the prisoner see why we fear not his fire. Flames cannot harm us. We can walk through fire, touch fire. Once we have breathed our magic potion, we can swallow fire. Let the prisoner see our amazing powers. Having rested long enough, the torch's body again has regained its miraculous power to burn. And so... Okay, Hotshot, you've had your fun. And now I've a few little tricks of my own. It'll take more than a bamboo cage to hold me when I use my nitro flame. Flame on! And even if your spears are tipped in a potion which will harm my flaming body, first you have to figure out which of these flaming images I can create is the real me. And by the time you spot me, I'll be well out of range of those pea pickers of yours. You will not escape! When your flame dies, we will again seize you. But next time we slay you on sight. That's where he's wrong. There ain't gonna be a next time. Not if that volcano I see yonder has a spark of life still left in it. I'm in luck. It's been smoldering for years. All it'll take now is one well-aimed fireball. Like this. Suddenly, as the fireball reaches its glowing center, the slumbering volcano erupts with a mind-staggering explosion. Those fire eaters may not fear flame, but there is one thing even they cannot stand up to. And that is a sea of molten lava. The natives escaped, but the lava destroyed their magic potions. They won't dare battle me now. They've lost their immunity to flame. But now I've got to head for the States, and a showdown with that scheming, double-dealing Submariner. Meanwhile, let us join Prince Namor once more. While my camera crews film Mr. Fantastic and the Torch on location, Thing, we'll shoot our big fight scene right here on the Hollywood beach. Our big fight scene? Are you kidding, Fishman? What makes you think you could give me a battle? I'm glad you asked me. Suddenly, with unbelievable speed and strength, Namor strikes. Here's the first part of your answer, you walking gargoyle. I've been waiting for a chance to rough you up for a long time, Gruesome. Yeah? Well, it looks like you didn't wait long enough, Loudmouth. Nothing pleases me more than to have a foe get overconfident. Huh? Flying through the air, Submariner lands on the Thing's shoulders with the force of a runaway pile driver. Time and again, the mighty monarch of the sea hurls himself high above his victim, and then, over and over, he hammers the stunned Thing deeper and deeper into the soggy sand below. Okay, wethead, you had your fun. Just let me shove this mud off me, and I'll make mince meat out of you. You're not beaten yet? For a moment, the fight is a standoff, as the weary Thing lumbers groggily onto shore, one question repeating over and over again in his aching head. Why doesn't Namor get tired? Where does his strength come from? And then, in a blinding flash, the answer comes to him. The water. I should have guessed. That's why you wanted to fight on the beach. This is it, mister. Part 5. Vengeance is ours. No, you don't, Fishman. Before we do anything else, I'm gonna drag you way up on shore, away from the water. No, you can't. If I ever get my arms loose, I'll finish you for good now. You can't drag Prince Namor out of the sea this way. No! Despite the superhuman efforts of the steel-muscled Submariner, The rampaging thing makes one last Herculean effort as he exerts every last ounce of his unbelievable strength to remove Namor from the source of his power. Until finally... Stop squirming, Sonny. This'll only hurt for a minute. You coward! You wouldn't dare let me remain in the surf. Then suddenly, as a heavy thunderstorm darkens the heavens, the thing is struck, full force by a supercharged bolt of lightning. Shaking the cobwebs from his brain, Namor watches as the thing reels dizzily, but still remains standing. By the trident of Davy Jones, what does it take to knock you out? The thing has absorbed a shock which would have been fatal to any lesser man, but it has a strange effect on Namor's hulking foe. There, in the gathering darkness, the mysterious power of the electrical charge causes the thing to change once again. And within seconds, the thing gives way to husky, handsome, uncomprehending Ben Grimm. But in the darkness, still weakened from the pounding he suffered at the hands of the thing, Submariner is unaware of the change, as he throws one last pile-driving blow at the shadowy figure who stands before him. If this doesn't stop him, I'm licked. Can't fight anymore. Ah! I did it! I defeated the thing. I've beaten them all. I've won. Won! Slowly, Namor stumbles away, waiting for the almost limitless strength to return to his more than human body, not suspecting that his victory is not quite as complete as he would have wished it to be. And then, minutes later, at the offices of SM Productions. Namor, you're back. But where are the others? What does it matter? Forget about them. You are looking at the man who triumphed over them all. Triumphed over them? What do you mean? I mean that I have proven I am master of the Fantastic Four. Now I'll give you the reason why I've done all this. Now that the others are out of the way, I want you to be my bride. You ask me that? Oh, you fool. Perhaps if you hadn't deceived us, if you had been honest with us, I might have answered you differently. But now, I've got to prove you still haven't defeated the Fantastic Four. Not while one of us remains to defy you. Stop! Don't fight me! It's hopeless. You know I'll win in the end. Sue, show yourself to me. I know how you feel about me. You can't fool your heart. Come back! Sue! Alright, if it's a contest you want, I'll defeat you as I've defeated the others. He's flying, past me, towards the door. Whether I can see you or not, you'll never escape me now. You forget, I have the powers of all the creatures who live beneath the sea. I can charge the very air with electricity, using the power of the electric eel. I myself am not without resources, Namor. This carpet, thrown over you, will provide insulation for me, protecting me from the electric current. You are worthy of me, female, in every way. But here is a power you cannot combat. The radar sense of the cave fish from the lowest depths of the sea. They have no eyes, but can sense the presence of others by using their radar-type instincts, as I shall do with you. Editor's note. To explain more fully how Namor uses his radar vision, this is the way Sue actually is, invisible to the normal eye. But to Namor, using his radar vision, this is the way the invisible girl appears to him, like an image on a radar screen. Now that I know where you are, you can elude me no longer. Take your hands off me, you barbarian! Your struggles are useless. I like a woman with spirit. Only such a female can be a fitting mate for Namor, the monarch of the sea. No, I'm not beaten yet. What's that? All right, Namor. This is it. Release that girl. Keep out of this, Reed. You promised I could have him first. Oh no, that's my sister he's threatening. He's mine. Thing, Torch, stop. Give him a chance. He can't escape us. Didn't think I'd turn back to the Thing again, did you? It took a lightning bolt to help you to beat me, but the storm's over now. Let me have him. He's mine. Sue, what are you doing? Stay back. All of you. Even if you think he is your enemy, it's 3 against 1. You've never ganged up on anyone before. Besides, we made a contract with Namor. We lived up to our part. We cooperated in his movie. Now he must live up to his part. The movie will be produced. As promised. You will get your money. And then, silently, majestically, the proud figure turns and leaves the building, as no hand is raised to stop him. With a slow, steady tread, he enters the vast swirling sea, never looking back. The monarch returns to his domain. You did the right thing. All 3 of you. You had to let him go. After all, he lives by a different code than we do. He can never really understand us. And whatever he did for love. Weeks later, All America acclaims a new motion picture hit, little dreaming of the amazing tale behind the film. The Fantastic Four once again have the money to carry on their unique life's work, and our saga is ended. But the adventures of the Fantastic Four are not over. Next month, there will be more thrills and surprises with the foursome whose incredible exploits and down-to-earth realism truly make this the world's greatest comic magazine. The end.